Hi guys, it's Mrs. Klace. This is your 3rd through 5th grade lesson for this week. So good to see all you guys. I miss you a lot. Today we're going to learn about an artist I think you're going to love. He's really cool. His name is Jeff Koons, and he was born in 1955 and is still alive and working as an artist today. The reason I think you'll like him is because his artwork is kind of crazy. He actually has a sculpture here in Los Angeles at our Broad Museum, and most of his artwork look like giant balloon animals. So I want to show you one of them right here. So it is a giant mirrored balloon dog. Can you see that? A giant balloon dog made of of orange, like metallic stainless steel. And I'm going to show you another one. Let me scroll down here. Here is another, well, there's some of his other balloon animals, but here is one of his pink balloon dogs at the Versailles Museum in France. So there's another one. And these balloon animals, by the way, Jeff Koons has sold for millions and millions of dollars. He has a record with an auction house of selling one for $58 million. Here is one of his balloon dogs at a Jay-Z concert. See teeny tiny Jay-Z down there, and look how gigantic that balloon dog is. So these balloon dogs have really captured people's imagination. They really think people either kind of love him or think kind of his work is not really valid art. So one thing to know about Jeff Koons is he calls himself the idea man. He came up with the idea to make these balloon dogs, but then he has other people build and make them for him. And these things are huge. They would fill up the whole room. So some people think, is that really making him an artist? I mean, did he really come up with the idea of a balloon animal? And he just comes up with the idea, let's make a big, like, shiny balloon animal, and then other people make it. So he's one of those artists, like I tell you about a lot of artists, he makes us kind of scratch our head and think about, what is art? And when is somebody a valid artist? And I really appreciate what he does because it makes me think, and it also makes me smile. And I think it's perfect, fun art for us to be doing right now. What we're going to be doing together is we are going to be making our own balloon dog. So our balloon dog, we're going to need to make some balloons, and we're going to try to make them look a little bit three-dimensional so they look rounded. And we're going to put our balloon animals. You're going to get to pick a cool environment to put your balloon dog. He might be in a city, he might be in a park, he might be at a rock concert. I don't know. We're going to figure that out. But I'm going to show you now how we're going to make those. Guys, so we're making our balloon animal. Just wanted to let you know that this is a 2-day project. What we're going to do today is we're going to make the balloons. Then you're going to put those aside, and next week we'll talk about cutting them out, arranging them, and making a background. So to make the balloons, the first thing you're going to need to do is get a piece of white paper. If you have printer paper, drawing paper, whatever you have around your house, but I want you to turn the paper like this, landscape or horizontal. Then what I want you to do is I want you to fold it in thirds, which means I want it to have 3 sections. It's just to help you to make the balloons be the right size. The way you're going to fold it in thirds, guys, is you're going to take your paper, you're going to fold one part up like this, and the other part down. So it's in thirds, kind of like you maybe would fold a letter if you've ever folded it like that. So see how it's like in 3 equal parts, as close as you can get it. If it's not perfectly equal, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But this is just going to help us. So if we draw the balloons inside these lines that we just made with the folds, the balloons will be about the right size. If you make the balloons really big, they're not going to fit on your background. If you make the balloons teeny tiny, they're going to be too small, and your balloon dog's going to look kind of silly. So this will help you make them the right size. So once you've done this, guys, you're going to lay this out, and you are going to draw 7 balloons on your paper. So take a black crayon, and you're just basically drawing 7 big oval shapes. Think of a balloon of the shape of maybe a big oval balloon on your paper. Let's see, I have 4, I've got 5. Now what might happen for some people, I'm going up to the bottom and top of those lines, but if you run out of room, you've got these 2 sections too. So I've got 5, I've got 6, and I've got 7. So I did 7 balloons, and I'm also going to draw a little nose shape, which is just a triangle. That's going to be the little end of a balloon. and a little tail shape, which looks like that, which is just a rectangle. So these pieces are all going to be cut out. So it really doesn't matter where they go on your paper, just so long you have 7 balloon shapes, a nose, which is a triangle, and this rectangle, you'll have all the pieces you need. Now each balloon will get cut out like this, and you can use the colors that you choose for your balloon dog. You just want to make sure that each piece has a white highlight section, a medium color section, and a dark section. So I used green in this one. This is another balloon dog I made, and I made it with blue and purple. So those are 2 choices. You could use red and orange. Just you want to have a lighter color and a darker color. So when you are starting, my friends, what you want to do is, say I was doing the greens. So I've got a dark green and a light green. So I know I want a white area. The white is going to be the white of the paper, right, guys? So I'm going to go along my my balloons, and I'm going to draw with my light colored crayon. Basically, I'm making a highlight on my balloon. It's kind of like a rectangle along the side, just like light is shining on each one of these balloons. You're making a space that's going to stay white. I'm drawing these because each of those spaces that I just drew is going to stay white. I'm not going to color it. I'm going to leave it the color of the paper. So I would do that for all my balloons. Then on the other side, there's a light side, and then you want to have the dark side, the shadow side, to make your balloon look a little bit 3-dimensional. So I'm going to have a dark side. So you're going to make a dark side to your balloon as well. So that would look like this. So I have a white side and a dark side. I want to have that on each of my balloons. Notice how my shadow and my highlight are kind of going with the shape of the balloon. It's curving a little bit. I don't want it to be straight up and down because the balloon isn't straight up and down. I'm making this shadow curve with the shape of the oval. I would do that with all my balloons. Now, I'm not having you watch me do all of this, or it would take a really long time for you to sit and watch me color all this, but even your nose area is going to have a highlight area, and it's going to have a dark area, and the tail will have a white and a dark area. Now, you might wonder, what goes in here? The medium color goes in there, boys and girls. So this is going to stay white. This is my dark area, and then all my balloons I would color with whatever I chose as sort of my medium color. So I have a light area, a medium area, and a dark area on each balloon. So what that would end up looking like is something like this. I've got white, the medium, and the dark. Just like this balloon has white, medium, and dark. You can see that again on this big balloon animal. He's got the highlight area, the medium color, and the dark. So you're going to do that with all of your balloons, and you're going to do that with the little nose piece and the tail piece. Once you're done with that, boys and girls, put it aside, save it somewhere for next week. Next week, we'll talk about cutting it out and arranging it and where to put the shadow side and the highlight side, and we'll make a background. All right, miss you guys. Take care. Have fun making your balloons.